What's going on, everyone? It's Rich Lux, and I'm here with Martin Lewis again. How you feeling?
Refresh.
Refresh. Okay, so James Charles today dropped a video where he's taking accountability for talking to underage guys. Now, when I watched the video, he had said
He was desperate.
he was desperate. He said, you know what? I had all the checks in my life figured out, like being like wealthy and successful, but I couldn't figure out the relationship part of it. And I think that's very interesting because you could have everything figured out, but when it comes to relationships, it's hard.
Yeah.
I'm not defending James Charles. I just want to speak for myself. Like and I think the reason why it's hard is because humans are unpredictable. You think you know someone, and then people evolve and change. That's why it's so hard for people to find love or to find a good person to go on dates with and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because we're complicated people, if that makes sense. So I think James Charles is used to cracking the code. If you really know him, he likes playing puzzle games. He likes figuring out algorithms and stuff like that. And with people, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Just to be honest, you really can't.
Especially in the gay communities.
Oh my God, yeah. And especially if a guy doesn't really know if they are gay or bisexual or non-conforming, or they don't really know. They're still figuring things out. You know, then who are you to judge or point fingers? But he said that he was desperate. And so I asked you guys on Twitter, what are your thoughts about it? So I'm going to read some of it. So somebody said, well, like he said, he was desperate and lied to. I think he needs to maybe seek professional help on how to handle dating or appropriate ways to meet others in his age. What do you think about that?
I agree. Like, who, especially with this platform, who goes on Snapchat, and if someone's a fan of you, why are you gonna start trying to having a relationship? And I understand he said he's desperate. He definitely needs to have a good relationship with himself. But to me, looking at the pictures, he's desperate for some dick. That's what it looks like to me. So,
which he could pay for that if you wanted.
Yeah, you can pay for it.
It's legal in some places.
Is it legal in LA?
Not in LA, but there are places in Nevada where it's legal, or other parts of the world or whatever. But if he wanted to, I mean, not even that. He doesn't need to. If he just wants company and lonely, there are escorts just for that. Yeah. Not necessarily the going to the bed part, but just going on a date.
Yeah, and I'm sure they'll go in the bed part under the table. You know what I'm saying? And they'd be like, no, I don't do that.
But I do want to press firmly on the situation, because I don't want people to think that we're giving him a pass. At the end of the day, he was flirting with underage guys. Yeah. Okay? He was. Now, whether he felt like he was lied to or not, he knows, and he admitted to it. Him being the adult, he should have asked for ID. Like, at the end of the day, in the eyes of everyone here, it's like, ask for their ID, verify their age before moving forward.
Yeah,
with that.
Let me ask for your ID. He knows this. Yeah. He knows this from the past. He should have asked for ID, but he didn't because he's desperate.
Well, yeah. Well, he also kind of said that, he kind of mixes being a celebrity with just a regular person. So that kind of gets in messed up, because you had brought up in the other video when you were you're using your power to talk to God. Remember that?
Yeah, there's a power dynamic there.
Yeah, so one interesting thing that I took away from his videos when he said, you know, I understand that if I approach a guy, then there's a power dynamic already set. But he said, I didn't understand until now that when a fan approaches me, there's already a power dynamic in that situation as well. Because they're excited to talk to me, and they're excited to engage with me. And so anything I say after that, they're just almost starstruck by it. So he says that he needs to handle it in a different way, more professional than just being regular if they message him. It goes both ways.
I feel like he should know that.
The power dynamic goes both ways. You would think, but in this video he did apologize to his friends, to his family that had to witness this again. He apologized to the two guys. He made it clear that this happened a year ago, and that it also happened recently. And he just feels bad about it. And I'm kind of shocked that he even addressed it. I'm shocked that he even addressed it at all. Because I kind of felt like if he didn't address it, it just people would have kept bringing it up. But then nothing would have happened. And here we are again, nothing had happened. Because he did talk to underage kids. He did. And that right there.
And now he has pictures of his phone. So legally, could he get in trouble for stating that on the internet?
It's just like, I'm like, whoa. I wonder why though. I wonder why he chose to admit it, because a lot of influencers, they just don't.
Yeah.
They just keep it going, and I'm not saying that they hope people forget, but they're kind of like, to me, the situation with James Charles wasn't tea, wasn't drama. I feel like, I know we love the tea and the gossip and stuff like that, but like this was too serious of a conversation that I even said that I felt like I'm uncomfortable talking about it. Because I remember talking about, oh, look at the swatch, look how patchy. Did you see so-and-so's palette was busted at the house? Like that, I remember that was tea. But not allegations of talking to underage kids. Like, to me, I just don't feel I feel uncomfortable talking about it. And I feel like a lot of commentary in the beauty world are uncomfortable talking about it. You know, like who wants to sit here and be like, oh my God, yes, I have proof. Like that to me is not fun. You know, I feel like it's more fun when you, like with a patchy swatch, girl. Anyways, even though I found his apology video to be, like, it wasn't bad, there are gonna be some people who are gonna say it was the worst, it was horrible, to continue the drama. I get it. But here's what somebody said on Twitter. It honestly wasn't bad. Wish he would have given more examples or details on how he's going to change. Like going to therapy, truly looking inward, and really find the adult he wants to be, not the one who wants to be with. Yeah. Yeah,
like an action. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fix myself, because this could just all be talk.
Yeah, it could all be talk, and that's what I think he said. If I'm not mistaken, he said in the video that he was gonna take some time off to change. That it's not gonna be an overnight thing. And I think a lot of times influencers say, I have changed, or I'm gonna change, but that doesn't happen overnight.
Yeah,
you gotta like show it.
Time.
You gotta show it. You gotta be that change. Has Chris Sales changed? I don't know, I'm just joking. All right, so Patty on Twitter said, I want James to get better. I think with proper counseling and guidance, he can. I think his chat room example as a young teen did harm, but he can get help. I'm truly hoping for the best. Time for change is now. I'm honestly hoping he does. So a lot of people so far are like going, like wishing him the best and stuff like that. Then someone said, this was not filmed all at once. Not to be petty, then they put Virgo, but his hair changes through the video. It starts flat, then it gets more volume, then random places, then back to flat, and the cycle repeat. That is true. I did notice that there was one part of the video where his hair went from like this to this. And then you heard somebody in the background like walking.
And he said he was alone too.
He said he was alone too. So I was like, it's like, was it, but to be devil's advocate, was it his dog walking around? You know what I'm saying? It could be that.
Does he have a dog?
Yeah, he has like a few of them. Then somebody put, excuse me, but what did he do this time? I've been away for a while. So some people don't even know. Wow. Some people don't even have no idea like what is he doing, but this is why he made a video. So now that he made the video, now everyone's gonna know.
And now the companies are gonna know.
Yeah.
Because I guess no one knew about it before.
So here we go. Another person said, don't care. I watched it and feel like he cared as much as I did. I will say that he should screenshot when these children tell him they're 18 so he can be like they lied and possibly take action against them. So he looks a fraction less like a predator.
It will be hard to do that because on Snapchat it actually tells you when it takes a screenshot. So if you're in a desperate situation, and you want to get to know someone, you wouldn't want to screenshot the messages because they'll be like, why did you screenshot the messages?
Yeah, and
security purposes, he could have told them.
It is against the law for someone underage to lie and say that they are above age to lure these guys in. It works both ways too.
Okay, that's good.
I don't know. Do you think that this is going to harm him or this will be better for him?
I think
addressing it.
If addressing it, I think it's going to raise eyebrows and people are going to look at it. And once they find out like other things, like he has pictures. Yeah. He sent pictures to people. Did anyone send him nude pictures? They did, right?
Yeah, he said they did, but no one has seen them. Thank God.
So now he's in that sticky situation and he's admitted it publicly. He could get in trouble. He might not get in trouble.
Yeah.
Depends if people make a report, I guess. Because you can post a lot of things on the internet and you won't get in trouble until someone actually makes a report. And like I've seen that with YouTubers, kids, they do shit with their kids online. And then, like Chris Sells, then someone told the police on him, and then he had Child Protective Services. And that was actually because of one of my videos.
Yeah. Okay, check this out. Somebody by the name of My Neck, My Back, My Pomeranian Attack on Twitter said, he's a predator. If he was adult hetero male YouTube doing this to underage girls, people would be losing their minds. The boy is victimizing, deserves protection and respect. Do you think there's a double standard? That's what I'm trying to say?
I think there is, especially because if a lot of his fans are defending him and stuff. It is. If it was a straight man doing that to girls, it would be like hell.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But then, do you think that if you remove James Charles from the situation and you replace it with another big influencer, you think it would have been more drama? Like keep the same energy, you know? Like, because here we are. You got to keep in mind, Shane Dawson got canceled for jokes. But then here we are, James Charles admitting,
facts.
And there's no
and
way.
there's like he's flirting with kids. That's a whole different ball game. It's not just jokes.
There's a little bit of a double standard,
you know. But this it's crazy.
You're seeing it like a little bit, and you know what, guys? When you watch James Charles' apology video, you might feel one way Monday, and then you watch it tomorrow, you might feel another way. Opinions can change, right?
Yeah.
So don't let what we're saying, sway you. Make your own decision. Watch the video for yourself. That whole thing. We're just giving commentary on what we saw and what we heard or what we're reading. And some people haven't even watched the video. They just kind of know what people are saying online, and maybe that's not true. So it's up to you to find out if that information be true or not. But I do see a double standard though, because Morphe dropped. Shane Dawson, Jeffree Star, Laura Lee.
And they still have James?
And they still have James.
I bet you they'll I feel like they're going to drop James.
I think this is going to add some pressure on Morphe. Like, hey, keep the same energy because you dropped other people for much less.
But they don't want to lose money if they drop so many big
Honestly,
people.
I think they already sucked James Charles off for the money. You know what I'm saying? When you collab with the influencer, that initial first wave is where all the money's at.
Yeah.
The third, fourth wave is less and less and less because people already have it. So I think James Charles, unless they have something else planned, but I think Morphe should literally but I'm not trying to say that they should, because I think as a community, all influencers mess up and make mistakes.
Yeah.
So if we say that cancel every influencer, never do sponsors, and people like us or other YouTubers aren't going to have any sponsors because YouTubers are controversial.
That's true.
And have you heard about that whole trend about AI influencers and stuff like that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so then, because then they can control what they do and what they say, so they'll never be, it's just, whoa. I don't know, it's just interesting. But I do feel that Morphe should do or say something because they did it with others. That's what I'm trying to say, keep the same energy.
Yeah, have the same values and integrity that you had, so. I
think James Charles, this might be a wake-up call from him. I'm shocked that he made a video. I don't know if he's going to change moving forward. Only actions will tell. And this could be a good redemption moment if he comes back with a little documentary. This is what I've gone through. They take the camera of him having panic attacks, reading the tweets, the guys coming out, take the camera with him to his therapy sessions. And that whole thing could be a series.
Yeah, can you imagine the counselor? So why did you talk to young boys? I was desperate. I don't know. How is that gonna work?
Yeah, he could parlay that, and then he could drop palette. I've changed palette. It could be
palette.
It could be a whole thing.
I changed lipstick. I was desperate lipstick. Desperate eyeshadow.
Like a whole palette, taking accountability. You know what though? But I do think that.
Oh my God.
I do think that this type of accusation can ruin people's careers. And for James Charles, I don't know what's gonna happen.
It might save him.
It might save
him.
If I go to his video right now, if I go to James Charles' video, it's called, let me click it right here. It's called Holding Myself Accountable. Okay, right now it has, you ready? Okay, can I get a little drum roll real quick? Boom, 106,000 likes. You ready for the dislikes?
4,000.
4,000 dislikes.
Wow.
Right here is the receipt. 106,000 likes, 4,000 dislikes. So this showing me that due to audience participation, people are accepting his apology. And literally, the only thing I have to say about it is that it was underage guys that you were talking to. That's all. This is kind of crazy. This is kind of like, whoa. Because if I think if it was anybody else, it might have been different.
Yeah, it would have totally been different.
It's very, and this is interesting to me. The whole thing is interesting from a psychological standpoint of human behavior.
It
Literally.
So,
Literally, I'm just saying. Like,
ways, works on social media, famous basically, desperate for love, and starts talking to little boys and avoids asking for their IDs because he's dead. I don't know, it's just really weird. It's weird. I guess action and in time will tell. It's just really, really sus.
I just hope... You're right. I might get canceled for this one. These are my views and opinions, not Martin's. I just hope that moving forward, James doesn't feel like I'm untouchable, I'm invincible, I got away with the worst thing on the internet, and like, you know,
look at me now.
Look at me now.
Yeah.
Watch me do. I'm literally can move about the chessboard with no drama. I can just do whatever I want. That is scary because I don't want to give anyone that much power. You know. You know what I'm saying? Like, am I wrong for saying that?
If he does end up feeling like that, he'll end up screwing up again.
Yeah.
Like, stuff like that never gets... The truth comes to the light. Whatever's in the dark comes to the light. Especially since it's been out already. So if it does happen again, it's going to be really bad.
Yeah.
And he can't get out of it.
I think that this video that you're watching is probably going to be the nicest video about the James Charles drama, because I already seen on Twitter, people are like upset, they're going in hard, they can't believe it. There's that pressure. So I think this might be the nicest James Charles video. Make your own opinions up about it.
Yeah. Spam us in the comments.
What do you think? A lot of people have a lot to say. Clutching your pearls, clutching your diamonds. But anyways, if you enjoyed this commentary, leave a like, leave a comment. I'll leave Martin's link down below. Definitely check him out.
We did a video on my channel with him as well.
We did a video on his channel.
The editing I did with you.
It's so good. But all right, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.